And good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to UndercoverET. Guys, I hope you're doing really well. Folks, we've got a mixed bag for you today. We've got some creepy stuff, we've got some UFO files, we've got some public evidence coming in from Ben in Oklahoma. Another banger for you. As always, like and subscribe to the channel. We do need your support the public's evidence, support the impending disclosure. And I can tell you what, guys, there is some impending disclosure coming. It is coming. Before we get into anything, and I'm going to address a few posts as well, before we get into the UAP evidence, I just want to tell you about Robert, a custodian file, okay? The guy's moving, right? He's just gone to contact in the desert, networking with everyone, sharing his information. And the great news that I have for you is that the likes of Jeremy Corbell, George Knapp, which he got to meet them, by the way, they know about his research, okay? They've already been watching. And what was even more impressive is the fact that Ross Coulthard called up Dr. Shipe while he was there. And it was a bit of a surprise call, but obviously he's on their radar. They know about his research. There's only so many years you can record before you start turning heads, right? And I was really excited about it because obviously Ross has just done a docu-series on News Nation on Catalina Island and just going over the UAP that have been seen in the area. Now, Catalina Island is not far from Dock at all, okay? It's just opposite him, a few miles down the road. And so they're in hot zones, guys. You know, they're in hot zones, capturing stuff they shouldn't be capturing. We've had the pleasure to work with Doc for the last 2 years. And look, guys, out of every single channel out there, out of every single person out there, there's only been 1 or 2 that have actually backed Doc since the very start. And I'm proud to say I'm one of them. Not only that, we found stuff in his old videos. He's inspired me to create my channel as well. We've got so many people now recording, and it all stems from Doc's research. Okay, so he's the man. Guys, make sure you support him, find his channel, give him a subscription, hit the notification bell as well. It's really important that you get real UAP information. And now we are starting to make headway, guys. We are ahead of the game, okay, in terms of research. I'm already personally onto capabilities because I'm recording more than just dragons. And it's all connected, guys. It's all connected. And it's really important that you keep recording so that we can keep analysing, because we're finding new stuff all the time, okay? Just like Teresa and Kent you sent in that video like 2 years ago, right? Didn't think there was much there. Turns out there was something going into the clouds from the ground, flying up. I analysed it, what, a year ago? A year and a half ago? And now the Department of War are releasing videos just like that, but from above instead of below. So they're great comparisons, but guys, we've been on the case now for 2 years, Doc even longer, and we're finding stuff that is now finally being released by the government. Fantastic. Doc, keep doing what you're doing. And guys, the surprise is not going to end there. There's some information coming to Doc via email soon. I can't say any more, but it's coming. We're going to get some data back from a very, very important department in the USA. I'll tell you that. Let's move on. And talking of departments, okay, I'm going to touch on this. Aliens.gov. Everyone, including myself, thought it would be about NHI, about the release of the UFO files, because it was all coming hand in hand, coming together. It's not, okay? It's about illegal immigration. And I kind of agree with what they've done here. A lot of people are furious. Are you making a mockery of the topic? Yada, yada, yada. No. This is what I've put here. Aliens.gov. I don't see this as a fail. The US are currently bringing out UFO evidence and clearly intend to roll this out. The term alien, in my opinion, should only be used for things like immigration. Each species will have a name, just like we are called human beings. It would be important, if they plan to roll out the truth about NHI, that they start using the appropriate terminology to start this process correctly. If they address this very point, then I would say this has been well thought out at Rep Anapolina Luna and at Rep Eric Burleson. And it has, guys. I feel like they know what they're doing at this point. They're going to drip feed this out slowly, but they're also going to get the terminology correct as well, because they can't be calling visitors to this planet aliens when we were probably one of the last species to be formed. How can I say that? Well, look at our primitive thinking. Look at our primitive tech. Compared to what they've got, we're nothing. So, if anything, we're the aliens that have evolved into their existence. Whether they made us at the start or not, who knows? But yeah, we probably need to call them by their actual name. And I'm sure all this information is going to come out real soon, guys. So that's just my thoughts on it. Let me know in the comments if you agree, if you disagree. Let me know why. I'll be interested to know. Let's move on. All right, guys. So, that UFO podcast. Did we ever find out any more about this? And this is where me and that UFO podcast kind of align. we shouldn't be forgetting that this happened. Okay, so I think it was an interview on Fox News. Vice Admiral Robert Harwood. Okay, I'm starting to question whether this guy's actually really alive. You can clearly see he's wearing a mask there. We're going to play the interview. Let me know what you guys think.
And the president knows he's in the position to demand those. So I think in that sense, he controls the narrative and when he would strike. I'd also say that patience in the request from Saudi, Qatar, UAE, and the president knows he's in the position to demand.
Yeah, so you can tell. I mean, you can tell his face looks a bit odd, you know. His face actually looks a little bit like Odo from Deep Space Nine. His lips look too... His skin complexion looks too perfect, okay, first of all. And you can clearly see there is a shadow underneath this mask which suggests that he has got a full-on face mask. And you can see the line there and how it's not connected to his actual skin. Freaky, deaky stuff. Is this guy alive? Who knows? Did he give permission for someone to speak on his behalf? I don't know. We've seen weird stuff happening before on TV. This is a great capture. And guys, we can't let this slide. Why is this happening? Why should this be allowed to happen? Is it false news? Absolutely. If it wasn't false news, they wouldn't go to the trouble. So, guys, do not let this slide. I suggest you share this video, or at least share this clip. Make it go viral. Do whatever. We need answers, guys, and we shouldn't be lied to. And apparently, they're allowing people that have the ability to do this to go on camera and basically brainwash everyone. We shouldn't have it, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. We're going to move on. All right, now finally, this from Red Panda Koala before we get into the UAP evidence. Emily Blunt now believes in UFOs after researching for Disclosure Day. Guys, she says an awful lot. We're going to listen to the interview itself. It was taken on the Brandon Davis show. Emily Blunt gives her thoughts on the research she needed to do in order to make this movie. Let's have a listen, see what she's got to say.
This certainly sparked the fires of my imagination when I started researching everything to do with people who have had these experiences, from the congressional hearings that have taken place, every documentary, docuseries. I think that the thing that I was struck by was how inarguable it seemed to me that people were lying. There was this absolute peaceful truth pouring out of them. They know what they saw, they believe it even if they've been discredited, disvalued, kicked out, lost their jobs, accused of being whistleblowers. They believe it, and there was a sort of universal peacefulness, I think, in all of them as to what they had seen, and that they had been awestruck by it and shifted by it. And I just found it very healing, actually, watching all of these people talk about this otherworldly experience that they had. And I think it would be a very good thing for human beings to question their place in the universe. And I think it might be an arrogant thing to assume that we know everything, that we're alone. I mean, they just discovered 1,000 new species in our oceans this year on Earth. So why would we imagine that we know everything that's out there in the universe?
Absolutely. Why would anyone imagine that we're totally alone, that we've never been visited, that there wouldn't be a clever way of surveying us without us noticing? Now guys, like I said, we seem to be quite a fresh civilization in existence that has been it's been around for some time, right? Millions and millions and millions and millions of years. So the likelihood is that we're probably at least 1 million years less advanced than the most advanced species out there. And that's some mind-boggling figures, at least 1 million years behind the most advanced civilization out there. Guys, you've only got to take that fact into account and all of a sudden everything becomes a possibility. You know, this is what I've been trying to say to a NASA citizen scientist recently, who states that actually, given all his evidence, all of his research, all the seminars he's been to, all the events, the science community themselves, he believes that we've never been visited and there's no evidence to suggest otherwise. And look, dealing with scientists is very difficult, especially if they are in denial, completely in denial. But what I would say is, and it's like Emily Blunt says here, how many people could be lying? The whistleblowers, government officials, not just in the US, but all over the world. You've got people coming forward. You've got the Nazca mummies, you've got the Boogosphere. By the way, second Boogosphere was apparently faked. They did drill into it, found it was just an aluminium of sorts, and it was made. But apparently there's a third one, so I'm going to update. I'm going to update you guys on that. But this is what I'm talking about, guys. So the same scientists that looked at the first boogosphere, done all the analysis on it, they found the second one. It's been handed in, and apparently it's fake. Okay, why are they going to lie? Why are they going to lie? If they wanted to lie, they would have just said it was real, right? So people are trying it on. Obviously, I'm going to keep you guys up to date with that. But look, these things are real without a shadow of a doubt. Not every whistleblower, sighting, recorded sighting, military person, scientist, Dr. Shipe even. We're not liars, okay? We're not liars. Got no reason to do it. And if I wanted to lie, I'd be giving you guys every day some crappy clout with big headlines and big bombshells and this and that and this and that. Just no need. There's absolutely no need. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I quite like the fact that Emily Blunt's getting involved. I really do. We need someone with a sensible head on their shoulders to look into this and to give their opinion. Absolutely. And the more people that do, the more people that can see some sense and hopefully wake up to this and keep it real as well. There's no need to go completely off the rails. We can only go on the information we've got, guys. Let's move on. All right, so before we get into the UFO files, Ben Harrison has been in contact, and he's captured a few orb-like objects. I said, mate, let me just give me all the details you can, because I want to check the flight radar. And Ben's confirmed Friday, May 29th at 9:12 p.m. Check flight radar, nothing in the vicinity. Looking south from my location, target was moving south, 15k to 20k feet altitude, extremely bright, no blinking lights, and was heading away from me at the time of the video. So yeah, instantly I've gone, if an object is heading away or towards you, it may just look like one solid light, so it'd be very difficult. And this is where they can look like planes if they want to a degree, guys. But I have in fact checked the flight radar, and I can tell you this is Mustang, the area in which Ben lives, and he said that he was facing south. He took the video at 12 minutes past 9. That's 5 hours behind UCT time, so I'm going to go with 4:12. And yeah, you can see Mustang has got nothing passing through it at 4:12, and we're coming up to 4:12 right now. There it is, absolutely nothing. We got one here to the north that's going east, but nothing moving across Mustang going south. And like I say, UTC is 5 hours behind CDT. So let's get into the video. I want to show you exactly what he captured, and then we're going to get into some UFO files. Let's do it.
Look at this.
I swear there was a light on a wing that flashed.
I like that. So apparently, I think it was his partner or his wife was saying, like, I thought I saw a light on a wing flash. That means that they're looking for the right stuff, guys. They're looking to try and debunk this, okay? But obviously, flight radar, nothing showing up. I've double, triple checked it. It's a good capture. It's a good capture, especially if you know you're facing south and it's moving, clearly moving in the sky there. Yeah, I mean, look, guys, there's something flying. There's something definitely going on over Oklahoma, okay? Ben's captured lots of sources. He's got points of reference on all sorts of aircraft, and it's the home of the FAA, guys. So something is going on. They know more than they're letting on. And Ben, keep recording, mate, because your information is crucial. You're in a perfect place to find out what the hell is going on. Clearly, I think they're communicating with the FAA as well. So, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Well done, Ben. Keep doing what you're doing. Let's move on. All right, guys, so we're going to start where we left off. So on the last video, we went over the UFO files that had just come out, which was round 2, and we finished up on the big Orby thing that was going through the clouds. We're going to start with that clip. This is zoomed in, okay, so we're going to get a little bit more detail on what we're looking at here. But guys, you guys have already captured this. We posted it 2 years ago. Teresa in Kent was filming, didn't know what she had captured. I'd done some highlights, and guys, we managed to find these things shooting up from the ground, going directly into the clouds. Now this is impressive. Look at that. In and out the cloud. No messing about. One thing I did notice. And this is why I say there may be something inside the bubble, guys. The bubble might just be the atmosphere that is created around the craft itself, blocking out completely what the craft is. And yeah, just for a moment there, like a triangle chunk has been taken out of it. Don't really know what to think of it. It also, to me, looks like this bubble might be turning. When you're looking at this in motion, I know it's almost impossible to notice, but almost look like it's turning in motion there as it's moving. So it's kind of moving along as it's sort of turning. Really, really interesting. And then here's the original clip, guys. So we're going to just start with this one, and we're going to move on to the next couple and have a look at some fresh clips. Yeah, it's really, really good. And even Kit in Wales recently has captured a triangular shaped object a couple of times now, different days, and they're flying into the clouds, guys. You know, that's where they're hiding. They are purposely using the cloud cover to shield themselves from us. Freaky deaky, right? Just about as freaky as that guy with the mask on. We are not alone, that is for sure. Let's move on to the next video. Blimey. Alright guys, so next video, it's quite long, so I've just sort of forwarded it to where we start getting some action. Now I believe there's an object, here it is. And it comes right across the top of the water there. The cameraman spots it and then starts to pursue it. And there it is, guys. Just keep my mouse cursor with it if I can. Whoa. It's racing off at some pace there. Whoa, okay, we're zooming in again. Oh, don't lose it, buddy. Don't lose it. Okay, he's got it back. He's got it back. It's there. Go on, zoom in again.
A few moments later.
Just speeding things up, guys. Nothing worse than just looking at a faint dot. Right, there we are. What the hell is that? Concealing itself well. It's concealing itself well. See, every time he loses it, he's got to switch back to this. Because when you zoom in, guys, anything passing the lens at that point, well, let's say anything passing the line of sight will be moving quickly. And so it's very difficult to just keep up with it zoomed in. But yeah, look at this thing. Hauling. Absolutely hauling. Could be triangular, could be saucer shaped. Trying his best to keep up with it. Alright, they lost it. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool, guys. That's pretty cool. Let's move on, see if we can get anything clearer. Alright, so here we go. And this is certainly clearer. It looks like potential saucer there. It's flying upside down. I mean, just going to go back over that initially, okay, guys, because it's really important. You can see how this thing is sort of, it's flying side on, and then it's going like that, and then in the moment it turns, and the plasma that it's shooting out is facing now the camera, or it's now completely trying to cloak itself. Hence you're getting this ball of light. And it's funny because we've just shown Ben Harrison's clip of a ball of light potentially going through the sky. Nothing on the flight radar. Could be one of these flippers, you know? Who knows? But yeah, you can see it coming in. It's hiding itself really well. Wouldn't be surprised if it's not alone. You can see how the light is fluctuating. It's like almost pulsing. And this is an energy source that's being worked in the moment. Oh, Boom. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's that? 2 objects then? Look at that. And there's a split moment. Look, it looks like one craft, and all of a sudden there's a split moment there. Where they're detached. It's only for a brief moment, look, but they're detached. This is what we're dealing with, guys. You know, you think you're looking at one craft, and then it's 2 or 3. You know. Look at that. And there's the replay of that moment there in a different contrast. It's either that or they're just constantly doing it. It's just constantly doing it. I think this is the same. Oh, wait. God, that's hauling. That is hauling ass. Yeah, what do you think, guys? Let me know in the comments. That's crazy stuff. But certainly to me, at least 1, potentially 2, maybe even 3 craft just flying together. And yeah, that's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Now, if you imagine it, guys, we see stuff like the red arrows, the blue arrows, the Red Bull team. They fly their planes and they get really close together, like wind spans like that, and they're doing maneuvers and all sorts of stuff, staying in sync. That's what it's all about, right? Synchronicity. These things have likely got some kind of magnetism which keeps them apart but together somewhat, in the most stable way possible, and they can travel together, guys, and just release when they want to. It's flipping amazing stuff. We've seen it so many times, and this is probably another example. But yeah, crazy. Let me know your thoughts. We're going to move on. Alright, up next, looks like we are over some farmland. And we've got an object here coming down from the sky, coming towards the land. Looks like an orb of some kind. Tell me they're going to make a crop circle. Coming down to a very, very specific location. God, it's travelling quite a bit. Oh, sped up there. It's like it just kicked out and went, see ya. Left, 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 left. There you go. It's gone that way. Go, 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 go. Zoom out, try and find the bastard again. Appreciate how hard that is to do, to try and track an object like that. You got it? What are they looking at right here? Where's the smacking object gone? I'm just going to forward it up a bit, guys. I would say he's lost it at this point, guys. We're going to move on to the next video, I believe. There's no crop circle being made in this one. He does point out this sort of area though. Not too sure what that would be here. I don't think it's the objects he's looking for though. Yeah, nothing really happening. Alright, let's move on to the next. Very, very difficult to track these things, so I appreciate how hard that last video was to keep the capture on camera. Whoa, hello. Hello. Again, we've got people that have captured something similar. This looks like a cylindrical object, but side on, guys, you're just not going to know. You're not going to know for sure. Could be triangular, could be saucer-like. Oh, that's cracking footage, that is. Yeah, zoom in. Let's see that thing come out. There it is. So depending on the speed, it could be round even. Wow. Come on, cameraman. Oh, he's lost it. There it is, guys. Yeah. Definitely got some girth to it there. It's definitely wider than it looks. Oh, it almost says it's hiding itself there. Quite a bit. See how it looks thicker here in this moment? It's like a little boat. Wow, is that a saucer then? See as it comes into frame here. It's like dark on this side and then it lights up all the way around here. You know what, guys, I'll do my best with the image. Maybe I can pull something off that needs to be seen. Let's see what I can pull off that image there, see if I can pull it up and make that a bit clearer. But that's about as clear as they come from the military, right? And there you have it, guys. There is the enhancement of this object that was captured using military grade footage from the Department of War. Yeah, it looks very, very similar to stuff we've recorded and enhanced in the past, right? I've got tons of different video and tons of different images which very much relate to this, but this is very difficult to sort of work out. Clearly the craft is using some kind of plasma to hide itself and to make itself look completely hidden, so that we can't see specifically what's behind there. But yeah, anomalous, check. Strange looking, check. No signs of propulsion. For me personally, I feel like this could be the saucer right here. It comes out to about as far as here, maybe even a bit deeper. And that's the general shape that we're getting, guys. It just looks like a right mess because they are using distortion methods to hide themselves. It is what it is. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's move on to the next video. Alright, so it looks like another white object in tow here. And you can see it's capturing the attention of the person operating the camera. And we're seeing this a lot, guys. We're seeing a lot of white dots moving around in the skies. Really, really interesting. There it is. There it is. Very, very similar to what we're capturing in Wales, except we saw that one going to work and a very, very busy sky. Oh, there you go. There you go. What have we got here? You can see how it's leaving a white trail again, guys. This is what they're looking at. Look at that. What the hell is that? That's a good close-up. That was a really good close-up, to be fair. Don't know what we're looking at, but that's pretty darn good. Because it's producing a light source and it's moving, it's giving the cameras very little chance to pick up any kind of detail, you know. It looks like a jellyfish, doesn't it? It's just the weirdest thing. That's crazy. That is madness. Could be a little saucer just flying side on. See the dark bit on the left hand side, and then you've got the white bit which seems to be slightly larger and round. Could be flying in side on. That's what they do, guys. They do fly very unconventionally. And they could just be using that white plasma to hide themselves again. It's quite easy to mistake these things as like a bug or a bird, you know, or nothing if they're just flying by a cloud, right? Very hard, very easy to dismiss it. But this is cracking evidence. Again, it's not very clear, but very hard to explain as well, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we are going to leave it there, guys. So, loads to go over, and still much more to go over as well, guys. I'm going to try and get through as many videos as I can this week, try and deliver more and more of these UFO files, give you my take on it, try and give you some comparisons, update you on the latest UFO news to come out in the week. But guys, keep getting your evidence into me as always. UndercoverETUK@gmail.com. I would love to analyse some more of your footage, and thanks very much, Ben Harrison, again for doing the business, recording, sending it in to me. Again, Doc, thank you for putting the effort in, spending your money to go to contact in the desert, to network and to meet people and just to get some information, mate. And it seems like the information you got was already worth it. Guys, don't remember, we have some breaking news coming probably in the next few days. We're waiting for an email from a certain department in the USA. I can't say too much, guys, but when you're working with certain agencies, you're basically there. You're basically there, guys. So well done, Doc. Thank you so much, guys. As always, like and subscribe to the channel. That's free to do. You can support the public evidence. You can support public disclosure. Just watch, like, comment, give me your thoughts. It's really important. And the more video evidence that comes in, the better. Thank you. Take care. All the best. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye for now.